Hello, this is Bob Passy again. uh, I'm going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving and what role that plays in a healthy society. Well, I guess it plays a role in a society that isn't necessarily totally healthy too. Um, if you think about Thanksgiving, mostly what it is focused on is being thankful for those things that have worked out for us during the preceding year, and it's a time of relationships and where families get together and friends, and everybody is thankful for the supportive and family relationships that they have. um, and It's a good time. It's a time of sharing, and it's a time of positive feelings. And it's a time when we can be grateful that we live in a relatively open and free society, where we can express ourselves. But I think the other part of that is we need to think about the flip side. We need to have the humility and the courage to understand that not everyone is being able to count their blessings in the same way that we can. A lot of what we have, we all know, is based on is bought at the expense of other people, other societies, and the environment, and in our desire to feel good about ourselves and what we have going for ourselves, we need to take responsibility for how that has all worked out. And that doesn't mean that you should necessarily feel guilty about the people in other societies that don't have life as good as we do, or that, for instance, the oil companies are continuing to exploit the planet in a way that isn't particularly helpful to the continued life of the planet. But it does mean that you can have the humility to understand that our good feelings and our successes and the positive things that we derive from life are based on other people we're sort of doing it on the backs of other people. And the larger picture is that we need to take responsibility and have the courage to take responsibility for the fact that what we're really after is a sustainable and healthy planet and a sustainable and healthy humankind, so that one part of humankind is not successful at the expense of another part. There are ways, of course, and we know there are. I mean, every religion has talked about it, and philosophers have talked about it. There are not many that say, either you get to have the good stuff and at everybody else's expense, or they get to have it at your expense. That's not exactly the way life works, and we are all looking for ways. We'd rather be friends with people than enemies. We'd rather reach out to people than to turn our backs on people. None of that feels good. So it's part of it is to help be responsible, help to take the responsibility for what our successes have been built on, and to do what we can to ameliorate some of those issues, and to take care of the planet and take care of other people and the rest of humankind, and simply change direction. And that's one of the reasons why I think democracy is such a wonderful thing, because it is about being inclusive, not just inclusive within a country, but inclusive within the human race. Knowing that all of us, it's the old "no man is an island." We're all in this together, and either we're going to find a way to work together to get this all to work in a sustainable way, and that includes getting the earth to work in a sustainable way, or we're all going to go down in flames, maybe feeling like, well, we went down later than they did, but we certainly are not. There's no great, it's like a Pyrrhic victory, in the process of winning the game, you basically burn down everything that you were fighting for. And so at this Thanksgiving time, it's time to not only appreciate what we have, but to take the responsibility and have the humility and the courage to help expand that to the rest of the world. Right, that's my thought for today. Again, this is Bob Passy. We'll talk to you again later. Bye now.